from my past experiences, playing in a professional situation, I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about, you know, where you're in a studio or something, playing with a click track is one of the hardest things to do, or at least for me it was. And I found that practicing with a metronome or a drum track or a, you know, a drum machine or something is really, really very, very important. And you can do it with your exercise and do it with your scales and do it with jamming and whatnot. Because, like I say, when you sit down and you just start to play, it's very easy to get carried away with exercises and just doing licks and stuff. But next time, check out using a metronome for every single thing you do and watch what happens with your time. I developed this type of thing where I'd sit down with a metronome and just try to play along with the clicks. Just try to clap with the clicks, say, and it should be to the point where you can't hear the metronome because your hands are so much in sync with you know, the click. Any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
15 years old, you practice 12 hours a day or so.
Yes.
What motivated you to do that 15 years? Sit down, sitting there for a long time?
Well, probably the Partridge Family. No. Actually, that was one of my big inspirations. I saw them playing their instruments, and I wanted to play guitar. No, actually, I figured, I don't know, there was just something inside of me that, it was a test of discipline, you know. It was kind of like I was trying to learn something about myself at the time. And growing up, I mean, I had a, you know, a normal childhood and whatnot, but I just felt compelled. So there's basically three types of musicians, I think. The first type is the person that can play and, you know, really enjoys playing the instrument and has a great time, you know, just playing, you know, Wail Out Stairway to Heaven on the beach with your friends or something, you know. And there's a type of musician that goes to school and learns how to play his instrument and studies very hard, probably, you know, maybe 3-4 hours a day, and really makes his life out of playing his instrument. And goes out and gets a gig, does studio work, and maybe even lands a really nice gig, and is, you know, pretty much able to support themselves with their music. That's another type. And then there's your maniac, you know, the type of person that is just totally obsessed with just practicing all hours of the day, and it's like a single, you know, one-minded thing. And some of us, you know, I'm sure everybody can know what I'm talking about to a degree. Everybody's felt that kind of, you know, compelling nature to just do something that might not be considered normal. But practicing 15 hours a day, you know, of hard concentration, I think I learned a lot from it, but also there's other things that I've learned as I've grown older, and to help yourself as a player, you know, help myself as a player, that really don't have anything to do with music, and I can discuss them later. Any other questions? I think we'll play another song. Yes? I can't see anything. Joe Satriani was the biggest influence on my playing, more than anybody else. Joe Satriani was my first guitar teacher. I went to school in New York and Long Island, and I went to, I bought a guitar off my friend for $5, and I went to Joe Satriani's house, which is a local guy in the town. And I went to him with strings and the guitar, and I said, ugh, you know. And he taught me for 3 years. And I can't stress the importance of having a good teacher. You know, he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot about theory. He taught me a lot about playing in sync, and he taught me a lot about a lot of other things. And a lot of my style is a reflection of, you know, it's kind of, you can see a lot of him in my playing or whatever. But he was one of my biggest influences. He's up in San Francisco now. If you ever get a chance to go see him, his name is Joe Satriani. He's a great guitar player. Any other questions?
You didn't go to high school?
Oh, yeah.
How'd you practice 15 hours a day and go to high school?
Well, when I was going to high school, I wasn't practicing 15 hours a day. When I say 15 hours a day, it was, you know, during the summer months where you wake up and you just play your guitar all day. You know, it's not like everybody runs around, I guess, at a time and plays 15 hours a day, you know. For the most part, when I was going to school, I guess it was something anywhere between 8 and 9 hours a day. Any questions?
Yeah. What kind of stuff was Joe showing you? What exercises? What stuff?
Oh, real simple, because I was such an uncoordinated little, you know. So, but he was just showing me simple chromatic exercises with picking. He showed me scales, major, all the modes, which I feel are real important. I've had a lot of students. I've taught at one point. I had about 50 students. And a lot of people seem to know the modes, but they don't know the modes. You know what I'm saying? They know how to play the modes, along the fingerboard. Well, that's one thing, but really being able to, study them and get the tonality from them and, soloing with them is another thing. It's really useful. And he showed me what that was and, how to do that. And he's just a cool guy, so. Oh, Joe, Okay.
We haven't practiced in months.
We haven't practiced in months, so it's gonna be a lot of mistakes, but you don't care, right?